What is up, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Now, today's video, we got a very special one as we're going to be talking about some things related to the Raiden Shogun. Yes, it is Raiden Shogun related once again. Just check out look at my channel. Look at my channel banner. Look at my PFP. It's Raiden Shogun, everything relate. My Twitch handle. Take a look at my Twitch channel. It's Raiden Shogun everywhere. So yes, of course, we're going to be talking about her again. By the way, the video you're watching is from one of my streams from Twitch. And you can go ahead and check those out over at twitch.tv/furtherbeyondgaming. Yes, a shameless plug. Anyways, that's not why you're here. You're here for the buffs / nerfs to the Raiden Shogun. So there's been some updates. Now keep in mind, this is still all in beta. Things are still getting updated, so this can all change. Take that with a grain of salt. Also, we're not going to be going into detail. Now, when I say not going into detail, I'm talking about specific numbers. If you want to see those specific numbers, you can go on to Honey Hunter World. Massive shout out to them. You can also visit my Discord. A link is in the description down below, and check those out for yourselves. Also talk Genshin with like-minded people. Yes, another shameless plug. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? Anyways, I'm on one today if you can't tell. Anyways, yes, the Raiden Shogun got some buffs and got some nerfs, and that'll probably continue until her official release. Now, when I say not going into details, like I mentioned, I'm not going to speak in numbers. But if I say something got boosted or something of that nature, it's still vague. It's still general. You don't know exactly what it is, so it's not going into detail. I'm sorry, I had to mention that. Anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, the buffs and the nerfs are all in reference to her ult, which is extremely important because for the Raiden Shogun, her ult, it's where you're going to center your gameplay all around. If you're playing her the most optimally and if you're trying to get the most damage out of her, it's within her ult because it's going to hit like a truck. In my opinion, of course, I think the ult's going to hit hard. Now, the buffs came in the aspect of the damage, the base damage that the ult is going to be doing. Once again, not going to go into numbers. You can check that out for yourself. And then there was a cooldown reduction for the ult as well, which is extremely nice. Now, the slight nerf comes into the amount of energy that it's going to cost. That actually went up, which is quite incredible because now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the Raiden Shogun's ult is the highest energy cost in the game of Genshin Impact, bar none. But I still don't see it as an issue, and I'll tell you why. The Raiden Shogun, and I mentioned this in previous videos, is going to be able to give herself a lot of energy. And then if you build a team comp around it specifically, not even specifically, let me take that back. If you build a team comp and you're doing optimal rotations, I should say, I don't think energy is going to be an issue, and I don't think that energy cost increasing is necessarily going to be an issue. Is it a hindrance? Is it a little bit of a burden? Yeah, it's a little cumbersome. Yeah, it is. It's all of those things slightly, but I don't think it's going to really take away from not being able to get the ult off, you know, often, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm stand to be corrected, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's an overall buff because the cooldown was decreased, which is very nice, and then the base damage of it has increased, which is very nice. So you're going to be hitting like a truck. You're going to be able to do it more often, and I don't think the energy is going to be an issue. I think that's why they raised the cost of the energy, because where it was at initially wasn't going to be an issue at all. I mentioned that in a previous video also, and it was going to be hitting hard. Now it's going to be hitting even harder. The cooldown has been decreased, but the energy increased a little bit. I still think it's going to be a non-issue. I still see it as an overall buff, but I want to get your guys' opinion down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to see. Also, I did want to go ahead and mention that there are some reference to her constellations, which I was actually going to make a totally separate video talking about her constellations. Once again, I was probably going to wait until her official information was released to talk about it, because there's something very specific within her constellations that I don't think anybody really realizes how crucial or integral it is, especially if you plan on going deep for Raiden Shogun. Ball just looks like a character that if you were planning on dropping a lot of primos, this would be the character to go ahead and do it on. Like if you were looking to get constellations on a character, Ball would be the character to get constellations on, because there is a lot of value in doing that, in my opinion, which we'll probably go more into detail about when her official information is released. But in reference to the constellation, there was a possible change. Now, I haven't seen this change actually implemented on Honey Hunter World. I've seen the change to the elemental burst already done, but I haven't seen it towards her constellations just yet, so I'm not sure if this is actually official. It is on the Discord though, where her second constellation and her fourth constellation has been flip-flopped. Now, once again, I'm not going to go into detail about what those constellations do, but I will say that them being flip-flopped, her second constellation being fourth and her fourth being second, makes her more DPS oriented than supportive, whereas where it is right now, or where it was previously, made her more supportive than DPS oriented. And that's about as detailed as I can get right now, and hopefully that wasn't confusing. But me personally, if you're asking me how I would have wanted it, I actually like the flip-flop personally, because I want my Raiden Shogun to hit like an absolute train, and this will allow her to do that. So, and I plan on getting constellations, of course. So this is actually very nice for me. Once again, I don't see that implemented on Honey Hunter World just yet, but if you know what the constellations do, and you don't have to go into spoilers in the comment section. You don't have to lay out exactly what the Raiden Shogun does if you don't want to. But if you know what they do, let me know what you think about those changes. Let me know if you prefer those, or if you prefer it to remain the same as it is. But I like the change. I like all the changes. I like my opinion, the buff to the ult. I think it's a great buff. The slight nerf, I don't think it's going to be a real issue. That's yet to be seen. Obviously, we got a user in game, but I still don't think it's going to be a real issue. And then the constellation flip-flop, albeit very interesting, I like it. I like it. Because, and I think most people will. I think most people will, because from what I've seen in the comment section of my videos, and what I've seen people stating, is that they want the Raiden Shogun to hit hard. They want the Electro Archon to be OP, which is understandable. And I don't think too many people are interested in a supporting Archon, even though that's what the previous two mainly are. I don't know if the Raiden Shogun has like a different like feel, a different persona. People just see her differently, which I can understand. But and this will probably be a different video for a different day, talking about the Raiden Shogun and her supporting capabilities and why it's a good thing. But I just think people want her to just hit hard. Just do a lot of damage, and the flip-flop to the constellations will do that. But once again, let me know what you guys think. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say, and if you did enjoy this video, drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye guys.